So I'm finally back from leave, and I wake up and I see the new agent was leaked, and that's pretty exciting, I guess. Kind of cool. The agent kind of looks dog shit, and I'm gonna go over why I think that, and what I think this character will have in terms of implications for the meta. And I haven't played this game in a month because I've been on leave and I've been working, so I have fallen out a little bit on knowledge in terms of like what's actually going on in the current meta, but I'm assuming it hasn't really changed much since nothing's really changed. So just as a heads up, I don't have a fucking pop filter, but I don't plan on deep throating my microphone the entire time I'm recording this, so it should be okay. Now, so we're gonna go over these abilities one by one, and I'm gonna talk about how good I think the ability is, and the downsides and the pros and cons to the ability. So the first ability creates a stepping sound. Press fire to send it ahead, or pre-place and F to send in an active one ahead. So I'm assuming what it means by this, so you have two sets of this, which is way better than just having one, because my first impression was that you only had one of these, but since you have two, this is actually kind of okay. So now the problem I see with this particular ability is, yeah, it creates a stepping sound, and you can kind of set it up all around the map, like tripwires kind of. But people are going to be very aware of this ability in specific, especially when you have the character on your team. Once again, like I said, the only real downside to this is the enemy team's going to be very wary of this. And they will know, basically, that if they just hear random footsteps in an area going in a certain pattern, because I'm assuming it's just going to be general audio of somebody running, right? It's not going to be jumping and whatnot. So it may be a little obvious. It kind of reminds me of a decoy grenade from CSGO. Like, people are going to know. That's just the way I look at it. Like, obviously, it could be pretty good for mind gaming, but I just don't know that yet. I just figure that at the higher ranks and even at the like mid to low ranks, people are going to be aware that this ability exists, and they aren't going to be extremely quick on the calls. I feel like it's going to make rotates a little bit slower, because if you hear a couple sets of footsteps, but you don't see or hear any utility coming afterwards, then you might not want to make a call on it, right? So it could be really good for selling fakes, is really the biggest part about this. And it could potentially be good for trying to draw a rotate over. Those are like the upsides to it. But once again, like I said, people are going to be wary about it. Now, the flash is a pretty good flash. This is kind of like a bank flash in CS, where you kind of just bank it off a wall and it pops. It's pretty good. I like that it behaves differently than the other flashes in the game, and it's not like a fucking sky or a breach flash. But once again, it's just another flash, right? Most of the characters in this game seem to have some kind of flashbang. So like, it's just another flash to kind of put in his kit to make him a little bit better. And I don't think this flash is going to make him in any way overpowered, because a lot of people see this flash, and I've noticed a lot of people are saying that this flash in particular is going to be extremely overpowered. But that's what we thought about pretty much all the flashes that have been introduced into the game, like Reyna, Sky, so on and so forth. But really, in reality, they're just there to complement the player's kit, and they don't really do all that much aside from giving this character a flashbang. So there's not much to talk about here. For ability 3, it's a teleport, and it looks like a pretty good teleport. I think the only problems with it is it's extremely loud, and I'm pretty sure the enemy would be able to hear it from a mile a fucking way. So like, it's pretty good. I'm just not sure. One of the things we all have to kind of think about is the range that this ability is going to have. If you can throw this all the way to fucking Narnia, then yeah, it's going to be super good, because you can just instantly rotate. Even then, you can cut down on rotate times just by anchoring one in a certain spot. Let's say you're on bind, this can easily cut down the rotate times. If you want to say stack a site, you can leave a portal towards spawn and then go work on the site that you want to stack. And then if it's not there, you can easily teleport and get pretty much all the way to B very quickly. So this can be very good for quickly rotating. But in terms of like lurking and whatnot, I don't think it'll be very good since it's so loud, and the recovery time out of the ability is pretty long. So I don't really have much to say about this, because I don't know exactly how it behaves. I don't want to make assumptions on it. So his ultimate seems pretty damn good, right? I will say the recovery time on it is extremely long. So if you do happen to be in a bad spot when you unactivate this, you're pretty much fucked, right? So you got to be very safe with this ultimate. I will also say, along with that it seems to be very loud, so players could easily track you down, if I'm not mistaken. But you could use this to go to very good spots, so you can't cancel out of it and return to your previous spot. Obviously, that's pretty much a given, but you also can't cancel out of it beforehand. So if you want to get to a spot and then you just sit there and it's already safe, but you still have like 5 seconds left, that could be potentially very dangerous. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Maybe you can fucking cancel out of this and I'm just a goddamn idiot. So you actually can cancel out of this. I might be a little bit brain dead. He does it right in front of me and I don't even realize it. So this makes the agent a fair bit better than I was initially thinking. So just keep that in mind. But at the same time, I still don't think this ability is going to be super great. But now that I know you can actually cancel it, and when you're in a safer spot and you won't have to just kind of sit there and wait, which I don't know why I was thinking in the first place, but I didn't see him cancel out of it the first time I watched it because apparently I just don't pay enough attention. But this ability is good. I still don't think it's going to be better than his teleport ability or maybe even his flash, but I think it's a good ability, and I think it's good in terms that it doesn't overtune the character and it's not bad enough to the point where it undertunes him and makes him completely useless. So it's a solid ability. I'd say it's just decent. I think the implications of this ability is it's going to be very, very good for intel. And I think it'll be good to kind of be one of the first men in to kind of clear out a site, especially in something like a 2vx or a 3vx when you really need that extra body to clear something out and you don't have like a Phoenix or something. This could be very good to get to a very good position on the back of site somewhere and actually secure that site and make sure there's nobody there waiting for you guys. So it's a good ability. It's a good ultimate. I just don't think it's great, but that could change obviously. So I don't know. Personally, this character seems kind of cool. Like, I like the abilities. I like the footstep one. I think that's cool, but I don't know the practicality of it. The flash is a flash. It's whatever. The portal ability, I think, is one of his better abilities because that could be very good for quickly rotating and for repositioning very quickly. Since you don't have to do it on command, you can kind of just set it somewhere, and then if you feel like you're about to get overwhelmed, you can instantly teleport. So I feel like his ability 3 is going to be his strongest, followed by his flash because it's a flash. And then his ultimate is going to be okay for clearing stuff, and maybe when we actually know exactly how this thing behaves, it could go up on my list, but for now I'm going to leave it at the bottom. Even though it is the ultimate, I feel like it is pretty good, but I'm just undermining it because I don't really know what it's capable of. And I think his ability 1 is his third best. This can be very good for mind gaming, but I feel like people are going to be generally too aware of what's going on with this character and whatnot. And I feel like once the counterplay is in place against this character, this ability is not going to be the greatest. But once again, don't know how it behaves yet perfectly. So those are my thoughts on it. I just want to get this video out there since I haven't uploaded in a week since I've been gone. And I feel like this could be a pretty good video, open for discussions with you guys on what you guys think about this character, but I just want to get that out there on my channel because I wanted to react to this new character. Alright, see you guys later. Ever since I was a boy, I wanted to be great. I don't know where this will take me, I don't know my fate. Situations in my head make me go insane. Welcome to my birthday party, but you're running late. Shit cuts deep, about to pass out.